many of you may know, the market had a correction here in San Diego and other areas around the country. That was in fact even fairly significant, and our inventory did swell to almost double what it was a year ago, from 2,500 I think to something like 4,900 available homes. Now, even that we wouldn't call a full buyer's market. We would have to see something like 8,000 to 10,000 listings in the county. But we did move from 1.5 months inventory to 2.5 months inventory, which again, still conceptually a seller's market, but that also tells you that inventory is not the only thing we use to determine what a seller's market is, because with interest rates having risen to up to 7% or even more in the fall, we saw a real pullback from buyers. And then there were a lot of properties that were on the market that were lingering 60, 90 days, and there were some great deals to be had. And I think that has lingered, but in the new year, the inventory dropped again back to 2,500. So we're back to that 1.5 months inventory. However, interest rates have crept back up again. They've been very volatile, but they've crept back up again to 7%. But they do dip from time to time, and every time they dip, buyers are back in the market. So what is the best thing to do? The best thing to do is to jump on a property when most buyers have pulled back. And the reason why that's a smart thing to do is because even if you get into a property with an interest rate that you don't think you want for the long term, more than likely you're going to refinance that next year or sometime in the future when rates do drop. So if you find a good deal, I recommend jumping into that as soon as possible, because multiple offers are starting to creep back into the mix more than they had been in the fall timeframe. So if you are a buyer and you've been on the sidelines and thinking about moving forward, this would be a great time to get back in touch with me and say, let's at least move to find some opportunities that may be lingering on the market. And if you're a seller, I think it's also a good time to jump in. Why? Again, for the same reason, because inventory has slid back to levels that we haven't seen for upwards to a year. So the beginning of last year, first quarter, second quarter. And that means that as a seller, you could be experiencing multiple offers, having the price drive up. Thank you very much.